Hi there, I'm Andre and I am a judgmental person. I always thought of myself how non-judgmental I am, but recently I found out how much judgment I put on other people, on situations, on myself. Do you want to change that? Not about me, but do you want to change that about yourself as well? Do you judge other people, other situations way more than you would like it to be? Now this moving picture, this video is gonna be about judgment. Is it good? Is it bad? The judgment is bad, right? We instinctively think judgments are bad. But why? Question everything. Always question all your shoulds that you have in life. But first, let's clarify things. There are more meanings of the word judgment. Judgment can also mean assessing a situation. And that's definitely necessary in everyday life. You need to assess how long will it take for you to get to your work. But there is this other meaning of the word judgment. That is putting labels on things, on people, on yourself. And that is what we're gonna be speaking about. Getting rid of those labels. Again, let's ask this question, why? Why should we get rid of the judgments that we have in our lives? Again, we instinctively think that is bad, but why is it bad? I will tell you three reasons. Three reasons why judgments are not as healthy as you might think in your life. First reason, it destroys your happiness. But before I tell you why it destroys your happiness, let me establish this. When you are judging someone else, you are putting labels on them. This is good, this is bad, this is ugly, this is disgusting, he is sexy, she is smart, whatever it is. You're putting labels on things, you're putting labels on people, you are putting labels on yourself. Now, when you are putting labels on things, on people, on situations, you are definitely comparing yourself to them. You are better than them, you are more sexier than them, you are worse than them, you are more disgusting than them, and you're comparing yourself to them. Therefore, you are putting labels on yourself as well. So, when you are judging others, you are at the same time judging yourself. Whether it is good or bad, when you are judging others, you are at the same time judging yourself. And yes, I will tell you how it destroys your happiness, but I need to clarify a second thing. Some people are afraid of judgments of other people. Some people are afraid that they will be judged in certain situations. Is that you? I think there will be always a time when somebody was fearing of judgment of someone else. So let's just bring some of those situations to your mind, okay? Do you have it? Do you have it? Yeah, good, good. Now bring to mind some other situation where you feel totally confident, totally proficient. And it can be something technical like shooting with your DSLR, or just handling your email can be something as easy. When you are doing that, when you're taking pictures, when you are handling your email, sending email to your friend, would you ever feel that somebody is judging you about it, whether good or bad? Would you ever feel judgments of other people in that situations? Why not? Why not in this particular situation? Why not? Why haven't you ever been concerned what others are thinking about you when you are sending your email, when you are taking pictures? Why not? It's because you don't have self-deprecating thoughts about that task. And that answers the bigger question. Where do you fear other people will judge you? In situations where you are judging yourself already. So whether it is you judging others or you fearing others will judge you, in both of those cases, you are judging yourself. Now here is where it destroys your happiness. When you're putting labels on yourself, good, bad, ugly, sexy, smart, eventually you will end up in a box that you judge very poorly, and that destroys your happiness. That is where your happiness goes down the trash. Second reason why judgments are not that great for you is that they hold you back. They hold your growth. And here is why. You can judge other people, you can judge yourself, but what you are also judging are the situations that you appear in or other people are appearing in. Now again, you can judge them as good or bad or poor or sad or very happy or ecstatic, right? You can put those labels on those situations. And of course, there are situations where you might not be very happy. Somebody dies. Maybe a member of your family. It can be car accident. And that's actually what happened to me. When I was 7, my father died in a car accident. And again, we constantly judge this situation, right? It's super bad, especially for a young boy growing up without his father. But when you create that judgment about that situation, this is bad, then you tend to become overly attached to that belief because we want to simplify things. Okay, so we put the label, this is bad. And it may become belief. Oh yeah, this has been bad. And eventually, actually, I am screwed up because of my childhood. You may end up with such belief. So we all create those beliefs in these kind of situations and we think they are permanent. This is the way it is. This is how the world is. Tony Robbins always asks, what is good about this? What is great about this? What can I learn from this? These questions give you perspective. That there is actually not just one perspective. There is not one point of view. There are many. There are actually 7 billion points of view on that one particular situation. But you believe your is right. Only yours is right. Is that correct? In the end, when you ask yourself long enough these questions and similar kind of questions, you may end up with your life's purpose because you change the meaning about this situation that you previously thought was bad. Judgments hold your growth. And there is a third reason why judgments are and may not be very healthy for you. When you are judging others, you're instantly judging yourself. And when you're judging yourself, sometimes, well, a lot of times, actually most of the times, becomes your identity. I am good, I am smart, I am ugly, I am sexy, I am good in bed, I know how to pick up girls. I don't know how to pick up girls. I am smart, I am ugly. Can you see how this sense of identity is not who you really are? It's because it comes from the judgments you put on other people, on yourself. The judgments, what they really are, they are just thoughts in your mind. So, are you the thoughts that you are thinking? Well, we tend to say no to that. But again, question everything, yeah? Why we are not the thoughts we are thinking? Well, you can easily switch the thoughts that you are thinking, right? So, can your identity, sense or identity can be switched that fast? As fast you are switching your thoughts? Well, probably not. But here is even better example. If you go to a meditation, you can go to a state where you have zero thoughts. Does it mean that you stop existing because you have zero thoughts? That's just ridiculous, right? You are not your thoughts. That is why judgments are not that healthy for you. That's the third reason. Because of the judgments that you put in the world, you eventually create identity about those judgments. But you are not those judgments. You are something else. You are someone else. And therefore, these judgments hide you from you. They hide your true identity. Now, have you gotten any value from this video? If yes, hit the like button, subscribe button, tap on the bell. If you think somebody is too judgmental, you can send him this video. And comment if you have some notes on what I already said. Now, what to do with that? Judgments are everywhere around us. We put judgments on other people, we put them on ourselves, we put them in our situations. But if we cultivate those judgments, we will become way more happy, way more honest in life that is full of growth. But again, how to do that? You can check out my video about my ego, about your ego, because what judgments eventually are, they are the result of your ego. But in general, there are numerous of techniques that you can use. What I love is this actualize.org, and not just it, and not just the website, but Leo, who created that website. He has this beautiful technique. It's very simple, and it even seems too simple, but I've done it, you should do it. And it's basically just putting down all the judgments that you ever put on yourself and all the judgments that you ever put on other people. Just listing them and do a little exercise about them. But today I will give you some other tool. Do that previous one as well, but check out this one. This one is just beautiful. I have heard it long time ago in some movie, but I only got the gold from this affirmation just recently, and it's just beautiful, it's just awesome. It is just a simple affirmation and it's very short. Oh.
भाग free advice.
All is well. All is well. In that affirmation, you're not saying everything in the world is the way it should be. You're not saying other people are behaving the way they should be. You're not saying other people are their best self. You're not saying you are the best self. In this affirmation, all is well. You're saying you're accepting the way the world is. You're accepting all the situations. All is well. Everything is okay. Maybe that car accident was not the best thing, but that is okay. Maybe from that car accident will come up something way better than if it didn't happen. Maybe it's about you. All is well. Maybe you are not perfect. Maybe you don't have the greatest muscles. Maybe you are overweight, but that is okay. You're not born with those muscles, but you are born perfect. And that is it. This simple affirmation, all is well, is basically accepting the world as it is. You, yourself, others, all the situations, you're accepting it the way it is, in all their imperfections. And you are basically saying that everything is well, even though it's not perfect, and you see the perfection in that imperfection. Now remember, judgments can destroy your happiness, can hold you back, can hide you from you. But if you learn to cultivate those judgments, you will live way more happy, honest life full of growth. No judgments needed. You are the perfect the way you are. All is well.